Welcome to Awaken with Victoria Bond. I'm your host, Victoria, and I am absolutely honored to bring you this podcast where we will be getting raw, real, turning up consciousness, removing the old energies that do not align, and turning up our capacities as human beings and spiritual beings. I will be bringing you mediumship. I will be bringing you channels. I will be bringing you points of view that will shift your perspective and realign your body, your mind, and your soul. Enjoy this ride. This comes from my heart to yours, and know that while you're listening to this, indeed you are helping to create this. Enjoy the ride, and I'll see you inside. There's all sorts of beings in the cosmos, lower frequency and higher frequency. The problem is people are putting spirits and beings and entities on a pedestal. Why? Why do humans think they're inferior? A, you're not human. Like, you are, but you're not. Like, you are, but you're really not. This is a tiny little snippet. You're a powerful being. So here's what I want to say to you. You are the strongest entity in your reality. And I would even write that down if I was you, because soon you're going to go into a vortex and probably forget everything I've ever said. You are the strongest entity in your reality. And this is what I teach in mediumship. The thing is, if you don't believe you're the strongest entity, which, to be honest, you probably don't, unless you've done a lot of work, most people don't believe they're the strongest entity. They feel like they're weaker than other things around them, the external things. It's bullshit. This is the biggest lie, because we think about ascended masters and we think about spooky entities. Yeah, there's some really fucking scary entities out there. I've seen them. I've cleared them. I've gone, holy shit. Got my wand. I do have a wand. Where is my wand? Anyway, where's my wand? But you're stronger than all of them, because you weren't an accident when you came here. You didn't just randomly land on planet Earth. You have come here as a master to have an experience, to heal many, and to be healed. And it's beautiful and it's delicious and it's painful and it's pleasurable, right? But you're the strongest entity in your reality. And as long as you know that, then you will never have any fear of any other entity. So anywhere you've put spirit on pedestals or been petrified of them because of your conditioning and programming or past life experience, whatever, and I'm talking to your spirit here, right? I'm going to invite you now to eliminate and dissolve all of the points of views, the judgments, the considerations, the expectations that you have attached to fear of entities, of spirits, of ghosts. I'm going to invite you to do that now. This is just an entity clearing. And there is actually a clearing. And the reason why I'm doing this is because ever since you were 3 or 4 or 5, you were watching cartoons or someone told you about a ghost story. It's been absolutely programmed. Even the alien stuff, that's a completely different subject we'll go into. But aliens are essentially, well, they're entities like we are. They're not just going to land here in front of the White House and go, hi, can we communicate with you, please? Like, what's going on, guys? You guys are in a bit of a pickle here on Gaia, and we've got better technology. They'd be like, pew, they'd be like shot off the frickin' lawn, but we wouldn't be able to hear them because the frequencies, the vibrations are different, right? So there are darker entities out there. There's darker aliens out there. There's arsehole humans as well, which are darker humans. The people that I would be more afraid of and aware of are the unconscious humans that are walking around hurting people because of their own ego and their own unconscious patterns, not the entities. The other thing as well, before we get into any coding, is to really acknowledge that you are spirit. So we've created the separation here on planet Earth as a collective, right? So I'm not sure if it's Alicia or Alicia. I'm getting it's probably Alicia. Is it Alicia? Yeah, okay, cool. I have a friend with the same spelling called Alicia. So, for instance, Alicia, yeah, you've got a human body, but you're a spirit. So when we've created separation, we think spirit is separate from us, but it's not, because we're spirit, right? So an example of this, the other day I messaged a girl I went to school with, like I'm nearly 40, so like a really fucking long time ago. And I messaged her and I said, hey, you were in my dream, because this quite often happens. You know, when you have a dream about somebody and it seems so real, like it was so weird. Like, you were in my dream, and so was your mum, and her mum is passed away. Like I said, I'm a medium, so I talk to a lot of dead people and alive people. I talk to alive people's spirits. Crazy. And she goes, oh, you were in my dream too, about 2 days ago. And I went, that is weird. You're not my friend. You're not in my life. We were friends at school. We weren't besties. I absolutely adore her, just a person I always go along with. So 2 days prior, I had a dream about her and her mum. I actually had 2 dreams in 2 days, and she had a dream about me. So this is how powerful we be. And I said, wow, that was great. We were together. We had fun. So just because we're solid, we're not really solid, but because we're in the human 3D experience, things seem slower. Oh, yeah, I have to catch up with you one day. Yes, one day we'll catch up. But what we're not acknowledging is we're always catching up. If I wanted to go catch up with Kylie, obviously she lives in a completely different country to me. I'm in New Zealand. We would probably just go to sleep and go catch up. And then we probably wouldn't even remember that we caught up. Like, it's kind of funny how, you know, this is when we go a bit like, let's just not like go too far out right now because we'll get lost. But if we, little bit by little bit by little bit by little bit, open our conscious awareness and do the unsexy with our coach, which is cleaning up the mistaken beliefs, the limitations, we will be so greatly rewarded with a pure love, an unconscious love, and it's a deep healing. And this is what light language and spirituality, I don't even like that word because I feel like it's boxed, just like religion, will give us greatness. And I personally went, you know, we really want to focus on healing today. I personally went from being a depressed mum who wanted to die, and I felt very selfish because, hello, I've got 2 beautiful children and a beautiful husband. I wanted to die because I'm seeing spirit, or I'm aware of things. It was just mind chatter. Mind chatter. Can't sleep. Bzzz. Why am I not satisfied? Why am I not good enough? To, oh my God, I'm actually so fucking gifted, and so is the rest of the world. And I'm here for huge things. I may never be recognized for the master that I am, but it doesn't matter, because if you can get it today that you are a light being working with many light beings. Oh, there is a cat there. Oh, no wonder I kept talking about cats. I was like, why am I talking about someone talking to me? Do you talk to your cat, Jade? Because like, I'm not really into cats. I don't know why, because I'm from one of the planets that looks very cat-like, but that's so funny because I just kept saying, when you're talking to your cat. So anything can be flipped around. The pain can be flipped to the pleasure. The healing can really just accelerate. And as long as we can have more ease in the 3D reality and allow a coach or a mentor or ourselves and our lovers and our children and stuff to hold space for us, we can keep expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding. And when you expand into consciousness, your awareness, like I said before, expands so much that you see the dark and the light. And this is what people have been running from. They don't want to see the dark. They only want to be in the light. Be a good girl, Alicia. Don't be naughty. You know, like we've been like smacked, and I wasn't really smacked, but we've been like smacked and told off for having an opinion or for being cheeky or for playing in the subconscious, wanting to experience things. We've been told off for that. But I'm going to invite you now to embody all of who you be, to be willing to embody who you be, because it's the willingness, it's not the necessarily doing. Okay, so you may not speak light language today, but you will be activated with it. You may not speak it because your brain might go, this is silly, I just can't bring it out of my mouth, you know. But I know my coach, and who was Kylie's coach as well, she was lying in the bath and she was listening to one of my light languages. And then all of a sudden she started speaking it. She's been speaking it ever since. Every time she does a call, she speaks it. She's like, oh, I've been waiting for it to land. I listened to you and it landed. So half of the time it's actually having the balls. I've got to find a better kind of thing to say. I always like, it's about having the balls and actually just trying something new, because we're so conditioned as a human being. So when we root down into the earth and we come to the realization, or should I say come to the just being okay being human. Okay, because this is the problem. Everyone has a taste of the 5D. Oh, I felt the ecstasy. And they want to stay there. You can't stay there. You're a human, right? And this is what I like to teach. Really root down and enjoy the presence of being a human body. Really, really enjoy it. There's a bridge from the 3D to the 5D. Light language is coming from the 13th dimension. So what you're going to experience today, you will receive what you need to receive. Okay, and if this is recorded, I recommend you listen to the light language as many times as you want to, or that you're called to, because there's a codex in it, which means it's not just now, it's relevant forever, and you will grab different things. That's a channel, what I just did. So I'm like, I just open up and speak. I'm like, what did I just say? I don't really know, right? But don't ask me to repeat it. But what we're going to be doing is the light language is going to land very shortly, and I'm going to take you into a meditative state. And what we do is I work on the body first, okay? So there's a bit of a healing that has to happen. I have to do some work on the auras. And then what I'm going to do is, I actually think, if it's okay with you guys, I might do an implant removal, because I'm starting to see things, which is I'm seeing little black specks. So it's actually removing these little parts. And implants are kind of fear implants. They're not like metal implants. They're like kind of like contracts and points of view that you went, oh, okay, so money is the root of all evil. Boom. It's like implanted in you, right? So this is human conditioning. So I'm going to remove some of those so you can open up, and afterwards you may feel a little bit like you just don't have points of views on anything. It's weird to begin with, because you're like, but I was trained to have judgment, right? So the point of consciousness is to have no judgment, but to have awareness. So we're going to do a little bit of that, they're telling me, and I'm going to work on your body, and then the light language will come through. And what it does is it works on the DNA. So we have, I won't go too much into the DNA, and I'm definitely not a scientist, but I see it like doors. There's like, you've got a whole lot of doors, right? And some of your doors are open and a whole lot of them are shut. And I see this as your superpower doors. So by activating the DNA, is your superpowers are sitting in there, and your ancestral gifts are sitting in there as well, which we block off, because we're like, got to block off this. Nope, not allowed to go there. It wasn't safe. All of those other times I did it, I got my head chopped off, I got burnt alive, all of the nice stuff that we experienced. So I'm going to invite you to open some of those doors with the coding, and really start allowing yourself to acknowledge the multidimensional being that you be. Okay, so you're not just here as a 3D being. You are multi-dimensional. Multi. Okay. So when you listen to this replay one day, you'll be like, well, I didn't hear her say that, because I have said quite a lot. One of the things I use with light language is I use different crystals as well, because they've got frequencies. So I've just got a whole lot around me, actually. We've also got Mother Mary here today, Divine Mary, to support us. So she works with me, and I just got tingles. So I've got a little statue. Can't take the Catholic out of the girl, really. Can take some of her out. But the stone that I'm going to be using today is a beautiful fluoride stone. This is a new one, and a very, very deep connector as well, but it's still a nice soft energy. So we don't want to be like, we want to be really feeling a deep manifesting and healing experience today, okay? So if you laugh or cry, or even if you're resisting, like, this is weird, this is weird, this is weird, don't worry, because people quite often laugh when they hear it. They're like, what the hell is that type of thing? Some people cry because they're like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. And then other people just go, oh, yeah, whatever. If you do feel barriers coming up and you're trying to go, no, because you might be trying to resist change, I'm just going to invite you to, put your palms up and put the tongue to the top of your palate, because it relaxes the jaw. Relax your vagina. I know that sounds a bit weird, but really just relax and drop your barriers. And what I mean by that is we put up these walls for protection. Can't blame us. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. So just drop them down, and I'm going to invite you to open your heart. Okay. So if you're like, what is going on? Just go, I drop my barriers, I expand. Okay. So I'm going to invite you now to close your eyes and just get nice and comfortable. So this is probably going to be about 10 minutes. So just get nice and comfortable. I invite you to make sure your spine is nice and straight. Taking a nice deep breath all the way down to your belly. And breathing out any stress or tension as you fully relax into your body. Breathing in again, breathing deeply in through your nose as you fill your belly. And breathing out as you fall deeper and deeper, deeper into relaxation. One more time now, breathing in through your nose, all the way down to your belly. And breathing out, and we're just going to drop those barriers now, dropping them down, dropping them down, dropping them down. And just knowing that you are safe, guided, loved, as we hold this space preparing for the light language transmission. Now I'm just going to ask you to visualize roots coming from your feet right down into Gaia. So just imagine the roots coming down from your feet into the earth and spreading around the earth as you deeply ground your human. And now I want you to visualize a white light within these roots. And these roots are basically taking this beautiful white light from the earth and fueling it up through your body. So white light is coming up through your feet, through your legs, through your torso, all the way up, through your arms, your neck, your head, fully light and white as we lighten up the human body, allowing the earth to heal the body now. Feeling that warmth as I turn on the Reiki, the holy fire now, as the Reiki flows and it flows and it flows. A white flame is flowing through the body. Your body is white and light. And on your next breath out, I invite you to flow the white light into your aura, breaking out from your body into your aura so you're in one beautiful light white cocoon. Safe, guided and loved as the beings are working on the meridians. Beautiful. And now we're just going to do an implant removal. So just keep dropping those barriers down and just allowing me to pull out any fear implants, distractor implants, any implants that are not here for the highest good of you or the session or your future. Implants that are no longer relevant, any contracts, oaths, fealties, communities that are no longer relevant. It is time to release them from your DNA now. As you let them go, we are catching them, putting them in a kete for the angels to transmute. A little bit of light language is going to come in now for this healing process. Now working our way just transmuting all of the implants that are no longer serving you. I'm just going to bring a white spiral light. And it's coming up from the earth and it's just spiraling around the body. And if you just want to drift off, you don't have to visualize this. It's all happening for you. Spiraling the white light, and it's around your ankles, going up your legs. And it's going to the first meridian, which is the root chakra, which is located at the pubic bone. And it's just spinning around, and it's just healing, activating, cleansing and clearing the root meridian, working its way up to just below the belly button, now to the sacral, cleaning and clearing and activating. And now working up its way through to the solar plexus, which is just above the belly button, clearing and cleansing and activating. Beautiful. So just going to stay here at the solar plexus and just turn up any confidence that is required in your life. And send healing to anywhere your confidence has been knocked, anywhere you have felt like you can't do something, like you're not good enough. We're just going to dissolve and eliminate those points of views now, those conditions and programs. Thank you. Now working our way up to the heart center, located in the center of your chest, clearing and cleansing and activating. Now the white spiral is going all the way up to the throat, where you get to see your way forward. The neck is a very, very sacred place. Very sensitive. The nervous system sits here. So we're just going to clear and activate and cleanse the throat so you can speak your truth and step forward into your own visions. Now the white spiral is going up to your third eye, clearing and cleansing and activating so you can see the truth of the master that you truly be, the beautiful being, the human, and the soul that you be. Clearing, activating, cleansing. And now as we come up to the top, we open the crown. I want you to visualize a white light flooding in from the cosmos, flooding in through all of those meridians, down through the center of your body, and down through your feet into the earth. And this is where we have created the beautiful portal from the earth and the universe as they intertwine, as you become the portal of information and the medium between the worlds. Beautiful. And as we sit in this space, I invite you now to drop your barriers, come into your heart center. Feel the warmth in your heart. You may have to tap into a feeling of gratitude. Gratitude for an animal, a child, a partner, the earth, an experience. Feel gratitude from a memory or for somebody. And as you find that thing, I invite you to feel the warmth of the gratitude sitting in your heart. And now spread that warmth through your body. into your aura, expanding the love and the light, the gratitude from the heart. Now I'm going to invite you to fill up the room with this feeling of love and light and gratitude. You expand your energy now beyond the room into the town, the city, the suburb, the country, as you expand and expand and expand and expand. Don't worry if your head comes in, because you're already doing it. I can see you. And now expand around the world and through the world, all the way out to the universe, which is your home, as you are now one with Source. And if you have an intention you would like to set right now, any guidance you would like to ask for, ask with your heart. May I have clarity, evidence, direction for this particular part of my life. Or, I'm willing to receive what the universe is willing to gift me now. What am I ready to receive? I'm willing to hear and see and be in the energy of my own magic and magnificence. And here comes some coding for the activation. Agaria makarea to could make a baby correo, no caria, to could make a boba caporia, to could make a casa cable, Kazia. A grimhuya, okay, Agremo hareo e kabi bikiriki babete krama bihara babkere bukoti me bukere bukiri bukati babikiri bukere babekere ikoti etu au atikere apkoti au apkoti hareo kame poa Just sitting at that sacral now, the divine feminine, as they are inviting you now to see yourself as the goddess that you truly be, the queen that you be, the magnificent master that you be. And coming down into the root now as we deep ground and honor who we be. May you see the truth of the beauty that you hold, the wisdom that you hold, the knowledge that you hold, and be willing to have the courage to open up and share what you will and what you're ready to share within your vortex, your vibration, and your everyday living as a beautiful human, as a spirit and a soul. And the blessing is just coming in now from the Divine Mother. As a is the Maria Maria, you would do Maria to come about him, to pay Arma Casa. Dropping all expectations, projections, considerations, and lies. As you drop those barriers and be willing to receive a higher level of consciousness, knowing that you are already perfectly divine. You are of the true white light, and you are here to be of joy and love. Sitting in this energy, just feeling where you're at, and just noticing where your body is. Noticing your expansiveness. Noticing your heart. Noticing the gratitude that you have for yourself. Breathing in deeply into your human body. Bringing your palms together in prayer position for the gratitude that you have for yourself and the honoring that you have for showing up today to receive this activation. Bringing the attention to behind your eyes, wriggling your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, bring yourself fully back into your body and open your eyes. Beautiful. I have no idea how long that was. We go into a bit of a vortex. Sometimes it can be 8 minutes, sometimes it can be 18. I don't know. It was very interesting. The beings didn't come up from the root. So we did a healing from all the meridians, from the light body and also the aura, and did the expansion. So you expanded further than you've probably ever expanded before since you've been an adult anyway. And then they worked from the top downwards. And there was a lot of healing in the sacral, which is beautiful. And they just deeply rooted you down and invited you to really step into your power. And the energy that I got from that mostly, the kind of thread that was going through was, it's not what you think you have to do in life, the purpose thing. It's who you be every day in the supermarket, with your kids, with your friends, the vibration that you hold, that is where you're really making a difference. So you will activate many people after this by simply being you. Listening to today's episode. I trust that you got those golden nuggets that you required to shift your consciousness, to expand your awareness, and to turn up your capacity. I invite you to share this podcast with anyone that you feel would benefit from it. And also share the golden nuggets that you have learned with your friends, family, and of course, clients. You can contact me if there's anything that you want to specifically share with me, or if there's anything you want me to specifically share on the podcast. You can check out the show notes and find me on my socials, and myself or my team will get back to you. My heart to yours. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon.